Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a wise king, loved and respected by all. But he was growing old, and sadly, he had no child of his own to inherit the throne. The king knew. His kingdom needed more than just a ruler. It needed someone honest, pure, worthy. So one morning, he called all the young boys and girls of the kingdom to his palace. Hundreds gathered, faces full of dreams, hearts full of hope. The king smiled warmly and handed each of them a seed. He announced, "The one who brings me the most magnificent plant shall become the next king or queen of this land." He told them to plant the seed carefully, nurture it with love, and after 1 year, return with whatever had grown. Among the crowd there stood a young boy named Arav, not rich, not powerful, but filled with honesty and hope. He rushed home, his heart racing with excitement. He found the finest pot, the richest soil, and gently planted the seed, like he was planting his dream seed. Days passed, weeks turned into months, but nothing grew. Arav tried everything: sunlight, water, prayers, yet the pot remained empty, silent, still. Meanwhile, other young ones bragged about their blooming flowers, their tall trees, their gardens bursting with colors. The village buzzed with excitement, but Arav's heart sank deeper into silence. Still, he refused to cheat. He refused to replace the seed. He chose truth over pride. Finally, the year came to an end. The day of judgment arrived. The grand palace was filled with laughter, music, and pride. The young ones stood proudly, holding pots overflowing with vibrant life, and Arav stood quietly, holding an empty pot and trembling hands. The king walked slowly among them, his eyes inspecting each plant, each young face, searching for something more. And then he stopped in front of Arav. The boy lowered his head, ashamed, feeling the heavy weight of failure. There was a long, silent pause, and then the king smiled. He gently lifted Arav's hand and raised the empty pot high for all to see. The courtyard fell into a stunned silence. Murmurs spread through the crowd. "But he has nothing," some voices whispered. The king's voice rang through the hall. "The seeds I gave you were boiled. They could never grow. Most of you, seeing no sprouts, replaced them with other seeds. You chose beauty over honesty. But this boy, he brought me an empty pot. He brought me the truth. He brought me his heart. And that is what true leadership is made of." And so, the young boy who carried an empty pot carried the richest heart and became the future king. Friends, remember this: success isn't always about what the world sees. It's about the truth you hold inside, your courage, your honesty, and your unshakable faith.